privacy as we deal. 2 years later, due to lack of evidence, the case was dismissed. Like many women, Simone Biles has endured vicious long until her head was fully back again. Simone Biles is 88 in 2016. Although the phenom is comfortable with having ADHD and taking Menu into young adulthood. At the same time, she wrote, "Taking medicine for it is nothing to be ashamed of, and nothing that I gone public as one of the many gymnasts who was sexually assaulted by Teen USA physician wasn't. They understood that, so to keep me safe, they just say, you need a mental break, just go home and relax." After Simone Biles and many others came forward with their accusations against Dr. Lara, January 24, 2018, Judge Rosemary Aquilina gave the teen doctor 40 to 175 after all she had reported. Biles continues to believe in gymnastics. Speaking with The Guardian in 2019, she shared, 6 to 73.
Whenever you retire around 22, 23, you have to be rich to get into this. You can't start gymnastics later in life. I was 6 years old, almost 7, and that's
all right. So it's not easy getting the image onto the cup straight. All right, but I tried to make it look as even as possible. I added the woman on there, and then I'm probably gonna put my logo right up in this area here. But also, what I've realized is some of this vinyl doesn't even cut properly. Like this right here is technically this piece. I had to choose another color. This is red, this is orange. See, it's kind of like a burnt orange, right? So I was gonna take this and I was gonna put it with the blue. So it's gonna be like this, you know, as far as the color. These are the colors that I chose for the cup. Unfortunately, this is the only color that was cut properly. Cut a whole sheet, so it's kind of, I'm losing a whole sheet of vinyl right now. If you can really see it. Y'all can see my logo kind of cut in there. I did this whole sheet. I can't even use it because the machine didn't cut deep enough. I just probably lost most of this vinyl, but I'm still gonna try to use it. It's just that the pieces that I wanted to use for this cup, I've already damaged accidentally. So see that little extra piece right there? Little small things that can make your whole design, it can make your whole piece look unprofessional. It can make it look uneven and all of that. So this is just me showing you guys how strenuous and how time consuming this process can be. No matter, you know, using it and trying to use it to my advantage. And I'm almost done. I've been up since 6 trying to get this done. That's what it's looking at right now. I'm still gonna try to sell it because at this point I'm losing product by just it being uneven. Like, look at this one. So now I'm using this, as you can see. So I'm not gonna sell it because I'm using it now, but I'm using it because it's so crooked. See how crooked it is? But it's always gonna remind me to try. So it's going to just consistently remind me to try to make everything as even as possible and try harder every single time. Also, I was also trying out this font. It wasn't supposed to turn out like this. This was kind of the inside coloring of the font. I was gonna do all outlined blue, but it was too thin and it started to crack and rip, so I just used the inner layer. Yeah, that's my accident. Add this symbol real quick. What you gotta do is you gotta take this tape and you gotta remove this paper from the tape, right? See? Now there's no lines on this because the lines are actually on this, right? So I'm gonna set that down, sticky side up, and then you gotta take this piece and you have to place it right on top, and you want to do it as smooth as possible because press it on here to make sure that when you peel up this white part, this image stays onto the clear plastic. Try to peel it. Okay. Show you how you gotta peel it. So this is how you gotta pretty much peel it back to make sure that the image does not stick. So when it stays on the white, then I run it back through, run it back onto it, try to get it to stick. Got it. You can see I put it on there. Now I have to. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. These are 2 different sheets of vinyl. So you have to buy separate colors, mesh them together. If you just wipe it down with alcohol, make sure anything that's oily is off of it. Any dirt, finger markings, all of that little oily residue that is left over on cups from people picking them up in stores and touching them. You just wipe it off with alcohol and it'll bond your image way better. No. the portal, the gateway to life. All life starts in the womb. Image. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see it, but right here, you can see it. I got it off. I'm just calling this one by eye. You see this whole piece that I got? That's coming off. That's just to make it look a little even on both sides. Okay, that's my first official design cup, and it's my first time ever like doing cups, so I'm learning. It's a hard learning process, but I'm willing. I'm 100% willing to learn. Look at that. Like the average person would get frustrated doing things like this because it literally is so many things that come and get in your way. And you gotta legit have a true love and passion for like creating. Got that little fire. That fire is usually my hardest part because that will come out in this part of the A. That little thin slice right there, that's usually like what breaks in between the pieces. Or if make it easier on myself. So these little extra pieces that are like this, then you push it